Yeah, let me do the intros and stuff from now on. You never get that right?
Well, sometimes I get it right, but then again, I go to bed.
Jeez, Louise. Don't bring a peanut to the peanut show.
Okay, do the intro.
Did you ever have a nickname?
Do the intro.
You have a nickname? What's a cool nickname you want?
Chico. Chico and the Man. Remember that show?
We do. And that's our topic today, our comedies. But welcome to the Father versus Son podcast. Glad you're here. Glad you woke up on a beautiful Saturday morning. It's sunny, gorgeous out. And guess what, Dad?
What?
It's Mother's Day weekend.
Oh, my Lordy. Half over. I love it, huh?
And my mother's here.
Yeah.
Hello, Mama.
Hey, and my mom, I hope she's here.
Good morning, son. Happy to be your mother.
Wow. That's really good. We're along the same car. I went out. Does my face look a little red?
At the same as normal, son.
I went out to the Boreas Lights or whatever the heck, Northern Lights last night. I think I got sunburned.
Moonburned, they call that.
Is that moonburn?
Yeah.
Your pants are down?
Somebody mooned you. God mooned you. You don't like that, huh?
No.
But anyway, the pictures you showed me were fabulous. I guess we can see it again tonight, which we're going to head up to and look for that spot you had. Was it crowded?
Yeah, everywhere you went, the roads were packed. It was like I was at a drive-in theater. Everywhere I went, you would slowly drive into this parking lot, and when your lights shined on the parking lot, there were like 100 cars sitting there.
Wow. It really, what was that movie that showed that where they watched all of the space aliens come by and stuff? Was
E.T.?
Like E.T., but with the guy that built the mashed potato high. Yeah.
Close Encounters.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. You win the bell. Close Encounters, third time that you won that. It's all yours.
No,
it's all yours.
No. I gotta get the right sound effects here.
Quit playing with the stuff. Okay.
I got one that there we go. There's my bell.
Okay,
I won that one. Right?
I told you on the
so you don't want what do you call it?
Okay.
What's your new nickname? Yeah, from this point forward, what's a nickname that you like?
Mrs.
All right, I'm going to call you Mrs.
You don't call me Mrs. Hey, don't call me Mrs. Okay. No, what I'd like to, I was going to say something, but the enjoyment of getting the age I am, if somebody detracts you for a second or two, you're off into another.
Distracts.
Yeah, you got it. See,
we're not attracted to each other here.
But what's irritating is when the younger generation starts thinking it's a game or it's a career path. How do I distract the old man or the old lady? And this happens from when you're a little kid right up through and today's everything about.
Well, why would I want to distract you for what? What am I trying to do?
You want
it's not hard, by the way.
Yeah, you want to get at my wallet.
Yeah.
I got naked pictures of your mother. No, today is all about mothers. We love mothers.
No, it's not. It's about Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there, if that's what you're trying to say. But it is a Mother's Day weekend, and we love our mothers. I love my mother very much. Let's see what else. And there's a whole bunch.
I love my sons.
Yay! But no, today's episode is about comedies, old and new.
One last word.
You don't remember that?
One last word. Last night,
have pre-production meetings. If all you.
That's what I forgot.
Never remember anything.
That's true too. That's another nice thing about getting older. I was going to say last night, God gave mothers a beautiful present with those pictures you showed me. Huh?
Pictures of me?
Jesus, unless you're the Northern. Oh, that's your new nickname. Hey, Northern Lights, how are you?
No, I told you it's Sweet Vanilla Bean. That's my name.
You know, every time your mother
it rolls off your tongue.
I want to see your mother say it because she'll have a shower cap. No,
you love your son.
Yo, Adrian.
Yeah, no, my name is not Adrian. That's Adam.
Okay, no. When your mom says S's, she has the habit of you got to stand off to one side or the other because she's got direct spray.
Oh, she's like an alpaca.
Yeah. The alpacas, when the alpaca can say sweet Sally Ginger. What I know? What name was that?
Sweet Vanilla Bean.
How can you remember that?
I wrote it down.
Oh. Why do you want to remember?
Good point.
Actually, I was taking a shower and I saw some Sweet Vanilla Bean body soap in the shower, so I took that.
Can I just call you Bean?
Bean head.
Oh, I like
my
this.
brother
This-
used to say "cool beans" growing up all the time. I hated that.
Yeah, yeah.
But he was cool saying it, not me. I'm not cool.
Well,
I never was cool. Were you cool? Yeah, you were cool when you were young.
are
You look
kidding me?
like what's that name on Grease?
Oh
What's his
yeah,
name? Danny Terrio.
Danny and Sandy, right?
Yeah, you guys look like that match.
Yeah, yeah, at the same age. Right now, I look like the same age as you. God, if he'd have saw that, man, he wouldn't have made it this far. But I'm saying that you're right. It's what the hell are we talking about here?
Shiny
Who cares?
object. Yeah.
Shiny object. Well, let's run it up the flagpole again. You know, some of the best comedies. I come a whipping and a hollering and a raping and a killing.
Every time.
Well,
Every time.
that's from Gunsmoke.
At least quote your sources correctly.
Okay.
Blazing.
Thank you, Emily, my lovely
Did
wife.
you have beans this morning?
No, but Emily did. So I'm staying clear. And you know those signs where they say stand back 50 feet? I got one for her back. So anybody when we go,
wow, this is a rough day.
oh, is it? No,
Sorry, Mom, I didn't
I
know.
thought you were honoring mother.
She's the producer. You don't have to attack the producer.
the reason that I'm honoring you is I give you this sign to stay back 50 feet. And that's for me too.
My face looks really red, doesn't it?
No, it doesn't look. Do I look red?
Well, no.
Can I pass for an Indian?
Why did you wake up your raised your eyebrow at me? That's scary. Don't do that.
Isn't that cool? I'm trying
do
these new things. Some of the greatest funny shows was like Frankenstein, Young Frankenstein,
Yeah,
with all the guy with the hip. You got to remember that guy. One hump.
What hump?
No, and then he come back the next day. He's got humps up, and Wilder says, "Wasn't that hump on the?" Oh, who's the guy with the big Marty Feldman?
Yep,
come on, Marty Feldman. And then the lovely lady, he always said, "Nice knockers." He said, "Big door handles."
See, we didn't have to preview any movie or show you any clip of it because that was the whole clip acted by our very own Gary Lee.
Oh yes, and then I'd also do a Chevy Chase imitation.
Chubby Checker?
No, Chevy Chase. I always get that word wrong. Hey, do you remember the
Chevy Chase,
restaurant
okay,
called Chevy's?
Yeah, it was gross. All right, now go ahead, do your little
impersonation. My little impersonation is. Da, 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 da. Remember when you do that? He was putting. He'd always.
I do.
Da, 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 da. Didn't that sound just like?
So
Chevy
I
Chase?
interviewed him a
Come on,
long
right in,
time ago,
folks.
30 years ago. 30 years ago.
Oh,
That
did
was
you
one of
really?
my first interview. I got you the autograph, remember?
Oh yeah,
What'd you do with it? Still have that
Well,
hanging?
my name ain't Sally, but I appreciate the attempt.
No, and the sports department, as I was heading out the door, a guy from the sports department
Gave you the finger.
asked me to ask him what it's like to be the ball.
Oh, that's
that
right. I like that
scene.
one. Be the ball.
It's the stupidest, most humiliating thing I've ever asked anybody in my life. So I did. I said, I don't know what the hell this means because I never saw the movie at that point. And so I asked him, and he told me. And he didn't laugh. I didn't laugh. But he was a funny guy. He was tall. That's when I didn't know anything about being a photojournalist.
Oh,
I barely pressed the button. I handed him the mic, and he said, "What do you want me to say?" And I said, "Whatever you want." You're Chevy Chase.
No, was he pretty nice guy though?
Very nice. Yeah, very nice. I've heard a lot of bad reports and stuff, but I don't care. I talk to people, whatever, and he was very kind to me. His handler, though, this blonde-haired woman, looked a lot like Mom. Maybe was that you, Mom? She was pulling her hair out because I was such an amateur at that point, and she didn't know who or what I was, but I didn't either.
That's a good question. Now, do you see, now that you're one of the senior members in your trade, do you see a lot of this coming up, changing at all? Or are younger people, let's say in the generation down from you, are they learning what your generation has done in 20 years? My God, you spent probably 10 years just background check before you started your job, and that was 20 years ago.
Yeah, I've been doing it for about 30 years now. No, the funny thing is that bottom line, since caveman days, nothing's changed. You're telling stories. I mean, the tools and those kind of things change, obviously, and the equipment. But hang on, timeout. Looks like your camera went unplugged. Hang on one second here. We're gonna do a quick thing. Talk about comedies for a second.
Oh yeah, the comedies. Probably my favorite has always been Laurel and Hardy. Laurel and Hardy are such a fundamentally funny duo who has captured the it just like any fine professional person or person who got to that degree. The art of their comedy is so rooted in friendship, a love for life, and love for each other and their wives. It just comes out in whatever they do, and people should learn from that about life. This should be taught in all the schools. Is you can have a passion for anything, but once you find that passion, you no longer work anymore, and then it could be a wonderful life. But you have to have parameters, and parameters are the hardest thing to teach because we're all born
the fish
with,
that bite you.
Okay, that's a word from our sponsor. And that was brought to you by the Billy Graham Hour. No, that wasn't Billy Graham. I'm just kidding. That I changed his name, Grams. I used to call him Graham Cracker, but he got tired of that name, so then I quit talking. Now, hey, somebody wake up our producer Emily over there. She's falling asleep again.
Scratching your back.
She's monkeying us. she's monkeying around over there.
Quit monkeying around.
Yeah, quit monkeying around. And no, that is not a good sexual pose, even on Mother's Day.
Yeah, come on now.
Come
You got
on, that's
kids
old.
right here.
Hey, yeah, but
And that's how I got to be a mother.
yeah, how you think you're here, there, son?
What's that ice cream cone on your hat?
Yeah, people eat ice cream cones.
And underneath it says, "You're too close."
There we go. Okay. All right. Well, we're gonna have to do with this. We're gonna have to go like this.
Oh, you're going to let me on today. Well, that's nice. I mean, it's been rough otherwise, you know.
Boy, I don't like this close-up thing now. My head looks bigger than it really is.
Yeah, I noticed, and I look really svelte.
Yeah, you smell like smelt.
Well, I had eggs and pineapple. What do you want?
All right, we're back to the camera.
Okay.
The battery went dead. I forgot to charge it over the week.
Yeah, I told him on a pre-production meeting.
I'm still an amateur.
I says, charge the batteries. Because I need a lot of battery power to get this.
A little more personal up close, you know. We got this one camera. Now
Yeah, just but we are father son. I know you can't tell the difference, but the one with the hat on is the one.
It's
you notice
sweet
when you
vanilla bean, vanilla bean. I would like you to address me. I'm referred to now as sweet vanilla bean.
Okay,
you got it.
So rhubarb is off the menu, I take.
Let's go back to comedies now. We were talking about,
hey, call me rhubarb from now on.
Okay.
Will you call me rhubarb?
How about just Barb for short?
And you can be
Rue
less.
Paul.
No, you are the most ignorant, dumb. I was talking to my plants today, and then I wonder why they all die.
They're
okay. We're talking about comedies today.
Plants.
Oh, no. What we're going to get around to, son, do Mother's Day mean the same in comedies from the four generations? Have we changed our attitude through the years?
Made no sense. That sentence right there was horribly structured, poorly delivered, and cognizantly.
But in my defense, I'm old. It might have mattered.
So what you're saying? Let me try to
mattered 40 years
this.
ago. It don't matter how I say it now.
This.
Oh yeah, that's
by Chimichangas. No, Chimichangas.
Yeah, Chimichangas. That's
you want to feel good, get yourself through the day.
And it is all legal in all 50 states, and it can be mailed.
You
and
don't
stuff.
have to do disclaimers all the time. Nobody's going to come after you. No, you don't have to do any of that.
But anyway, they're great. They're absolutely.
If you want to get rid of your pain and your parents that just doing these, and
sometimes your kid too. You even shake his head and walk away and just say he's on strong drums.
So a question for you: do you think it's harder to make a comedy, whether television or film, or a drama, or a scary movie?
Absolutely, the hardest movie to me is to make a comedy. I mean, I've seen war movies. That's a drama. Okay, and the dramas, I can see that probably is much work, but you can skate by on some things. But you try a comedy act that's 3 minutes long, and you got silence for 2 of it. You know that doesn't work. See, on a drama, you might be able to say, "Ooh, this is really dramatic." You know, comedy, you say, "Get off stage, get the hook." Absolutely. We both know. We've seen comedians. One of my famous one is Seinfeld. I've loved Seinfeld's show all along. Larry David followed them all. But once the show was over, he's at such a high level of standard. People expect to be like Robin Williams, rolling on the floor every time you see him. And it just doesn't come off that way. Does that make sense at all?
Actually, it does. Yeah, I know what you're saying too. And just so you know, Robin Williams has passed away.
No.
R.I.P. And then but Seinfeld. Yeah. So what about the Seinfeld episodes? What are the keys to what makes a comedy funny? Because it's so subjective, right? Everybody has their own opinion as to what's funny, what's not. There's different times. There's smart comedy, dark comedy, funny, slapstick. A lot of people. So there's relief theory. There's a relief theory as far as why people like comedies, and also a superiority theory where somebody else is going through something stupid and you laugh at that because you're like, okay, that's them. But there's many different ways for the reasoning of comedy. Absolutely. Why people like it. What tickles your funny bone?
Well, they did a survey. She's been looking for it too. She found the buzzer. That makes me really, really pissed off though. She hits that bone every once in a while. He had a good point. Okay, they did a survey, and 110% of the people would absolutely. You're supposed to say right now. You're supposed to say, "What do you mean 110%? Only 100% of the people, right?" I said, "Well, I include 10% of the aliens, because they get pissed if you don't include them on things."
Do they?
Yeah, especially when I take the. It's funny, they're hell of a deduction at the end of the year, though.
Let me ask you this: would you ever want to be a comedian?
No, absolutely not. It's
hard.
Oh, okay.
They say comedians have a lot of in common with people who have schizophrenia or manic depression.
Mm-hmm.
That's why they can relate to a lot of people. I mean,
and photojournalists.
Yeah, and scary fathers looking at you with your side eye there.
Yeah, it's hard to get to a new facial expression after 60 years because they've seen them all.
Where are those lost 10 years? Aren't you sad?
How old are you? Wait a minute. How many toes you got again? How many times we got to count your toes every time we?
I was a preemie by 6 months.
Yeah, you were. Actually, you were. They held you up. They shaved you off. It's human. I love that line. I don't know. When your mom told it to me, I tell you, I thought that was hilarious. I said, but I promise I won't use it unless we get a podcast.
What do you think about? Oh my God, we're going way off into the deep here. Deep waters where nothing lives.
No, something does live, but we don't want to explain.
What do you think about the 7-year itch?
Well, after 7 years, it's getting raw. I tell you, I'm just crediting.
I'm just pitching you out there.
Softball.
Right? 1955. You were alive then. Did you see the 7-year itch?
No, I was the 7-year itch. That's why my parents got rid of me. Mom come back and she says, "We got rid of that 7-year itch."
There was a lotion for that.
She says, "Now you tell me. We don't know where the kid went."
But I mean, what makes a comedy funny? I mean, there are different aspects.
Okay.
I mean, you have to have like the perfect storm in order to laugh at stuff, right? I mean,
oh God,
there's so many factors. Like, what makes you laugh?
Okay, originality, believability, honesty.
Not true. I'm gonna call your bluff right there.
Fact checking.
It's not true. That's not true.
It is true, and you just
fact check
me.
So if I told you a fact like the sky is blue, you would laugh.
No. Where did you get that out? You don't listen well, do you?
No, I don't.
Jesus, I don't blame you. I don't listen. It's funny. You ever put your mouth on automatic and it's going away pretty soon? Your mind's thinking about
it. Whooping and a hollering.
Yeah, and a whooping and a hollering and a killing and a whooping. That's a Blazing Saddles, folks. I live with that one. And
right,
make
a third time you've said that this show. Let's keep it to once a show.
Okay.
References. So obviously you like that show. So what makes you laugh besides everything on a gummy?
Okay. The funny part about the fart scene around the campfire.
Okay. What other movies? Do you ever like intelligent humor? Actually, I think that's intelligent humor because
it's true.
That reaches to the depths of our
absolutely
basicality.
But we have
Is that a word?
do we have a difference in comedy? Will you
I
laugh?
do. What's your favorite right now? Let's see. Bring up a show right now. Like Titanic was not a comedy. Just so you know.
Fox and Friends.
That is true. That is a good.
You like that? A lot of comedy,
That
drama.
was pretty funny. You're getting pretty good.
Okay. All right. How about you? You got what?
No, answer the question. What's a funny show? Like you like, what's that one with Tim Allen? You like?
Oh
that?
yeah, Last Man Standing.
Yeah,
Come
so
on,
that's
but he's that. No, that's
they don't make those anymore. But that's why do you like that show? What do you think? Is it the ensemble? Is it just a visceral type sense of hey, you can relate, or is it just hitting on subjects that you find funny? What makes a good comedy?
all those things, and good comedy is
Pratfalls,
yeah. How many people just look at you go to
like when Biden falls.
I feel sorry for Biden. That's senior dementia, whatever it is. I feel my heart goes out to him. I hope he gets better. It's just tough. He's spent a long time in life, and he deserves. And
Okay,
there's
no,
all
back to
this,
this.
oh, you don't like
No
that,
more
but
politics.
no, but it's. I hope he's okay. I really do because I'm.
Yeah, that's last man standing. Okay, I get it.
Oh, you got the hey there. You walked right into that one last time. You're getting funnier.
What is the first funny movie that you ever saw in your life since you were born with Jesus? Since you hung out with Jesus, was it the Last Supper? I think they made a comedy.
No, I'm trying to think. When I was a kid,
Here's some ideas. I'll go through a list here. Okay, Some Like It Hot. Do you remember that Marilyn Monroe?
Can
that
we get
kind
a
of thing.
Can we get a timer where I get to
Tony
answer
Curtis?
a question?
Well, within 30 minutes, I'd like to have you answer a question. How about
That's an impossible answer.
Ninotchka? Remember that movie? That was
Lee
funny.
Autry, yeah.
1939.
Gene
That came out.
Autry,
No,
yeah.
Greta Garbo was in that one.
Gene Autry?
No. And well, maybe, but
How about
maybe
Roy
he was in
Rogers
hers.
and Dale Evans?
No,
You
we're
ever see
talking
that
movies. Those aren't movies. Those are
Yes,
people in movies.
show?
Okay, let me see. Duck Soup.
Cowboy
Did you ever
Bob.
see that?
Oh yeah, Marx
Groucho
Brothers. come
Groucho
on.
Marx. Yeah, Harpo Marx.
What-
Groucho
I'll
Marx.
tell you what you got to do.
Chico Marx.
Here's the story
Is
though.
that your
Chico.
that's your name?
Yeah, Chico. I don't know. That didn't come from that. I don't know where I got that nickname from. But what's funny about the
Mash.
Marx Brothers, which is your favorite Marx Brothers?
That one.
Boy, answer
So
a
what
question
year-
once in a while.
Do you recall what year Blazing Saddles came out?
Yep, 1978.
74. Close.
Was that
Right.
right decade? I did better than I thought.
I know.
I'm
Remember,
surprised.
so an airplane was a huge one in the 80s, right?
Yeah, that was
1980
it. I
came
got that
out.
right too.
Yeah. Beverly Hills Cop, and we're going through Young Frankenstein.
Oh, wait a
You
minute.
know, Young Frankenstein, that came out in 74.
No,
Yes.
that's not the first one.
Yes.
No,
Yep, with Gene Wilder, Peter Boyle, and Marty Feldman.
that was in 74.
1974, one of the
Oh.
greatest comedies of
Oh.
all time.
It really is, and what I liked about that, what they took that story, which can be scary to kids, and they made it with the monster end up doing the dance with Gene Wilder on
Oh, yeah,
stage.
putting on the
and
hits.
putting on the I mean,
Ritz.
it just it
Ritz,
gave the
Ritz.
kids, you tell if your kids were scared about, watch this because they go through it. Don't you? So the comedy.
Mom,
did
what do you
something
think?
good.
What was your favorite comedy of all time so far? And you can't say Titanic.
Or anything we said? You got to
know
be
the ending.
original. Jeez, I think she did go to sleep.
There's so many.
She's watching a comedy.
yeah, exactly.
Not movie, but Mystery Science Theater.
Yeah, that's funny too. That's pretty funny too. I
3,000.
like that one. That's
See,
always a
now
good
there,
one.
now there you go, son. I don't know what kind of a license they have to say things about this, but there was
Say
a
whatever you want.
I suppose if they buy the rights to the movie, can they come and say all? Because imagine, man, you could have fun with that.
Oh, with all kinds of They have to get movies that are public domain. I think is the deal. I don't know what the deal.
Still,
that's
watch
a good
what you're
question.
saying.
You're talking about the fake robots and stuff. With
Yes,
they
that one.
can't say. Okay.
That one, yeah.
All right, here's a Fast Times at Ridgemont High. Did you ever see that? That was a huge
Yes,
one.
that was a good. That was a good coming of age movie, wasn't it?
This woman, this show that they made about you, Woman of the Year.
Yeah, I remember
Spencer
that
Tracy,
well.
Katharine
Well, that's when
Hepburn.
I was walking the beat as a woman for purse snatchers.
How about Moonstruck? Do you like Cher?
Oh man, who don't love Cher?
Well,
Sunny.
not anymore.
Yeah, that's-
Fargo, that was a good one.
Oh, I didn't like the chainsaw part. I hope I didn't spoil that for anybody.
What,
Unless
what
in
do
case
you
you
mean?
haven't
What do you
seen
mean?
it.
What's a?
You didn't see Fargo?
How about Good Morning
Wait,
Vietnam?
Fargo was not a comedy. Oh, good morning, Vietnam.
Yeah, that's not even close. But yeah.
That's not it, huh?
Good morning. Tootsie, that was your favorite Tootsie because you dressed up. All right, we'll fill everybody in really quick. Dad dressed up as a woman.
Hey, I
Last
didn't
night.
smoke at the time. All right.
No, he was a cop. And he did an undercover beat. He got that little assignment where he had to dress up. They were catching purse snatchers, so he dressed up as they wanted ugly women, so they picked him. And he was cross-dressing before they invented the cross.
No, I said afterwards. I just still keep the same stuff.
Yeah, that's the problem. You kept wearing it to work every day, and they said,
yeah. I'm sorry, Peterson. You're done.
Yeah. Did you like Arthur?
No,
I didn't either.
I don't know what
Because he's an alcoholic, and that just was really
well. They touch on such a problem that is it's hard to deal with, and you don't like it thrown in your face. It comes out to a good ending. Did you like the ending?
I didn't know. No.
Okay.
No.
Good, because I didn't even read it.
I can sing the song though.
No, you can't.
How about
can't.
Abbott and Costello meet Frankenstein?
Well, I like those.
That one was in 1948. You were just a little smidgen.
3 years old. I remember it well. I was working the corner.
And you put on a wig.
And all these chicks. They said, "Aren't you a boy?" I said, "No."
Let me check.
What does yours look like? He says, "It's about foot long." How about yours?
Yeah, I got the mini cocktail version.
He was looking at his leg. Right. Anyway, I'm sorry.
Family show. Sorry, families.
I'm sorry to
Happy Mother's Day.
yeah. That's the end of this family. This will be just the sons only talk show from now on.
Yeah, I had something. Oh, yeah, I know what I had. It was really, I think it was dirty. I think.
No, there's a family.
Oh, yeah.
show.
Since we're there. Remember, we were gonna talk about this too and stuff. Not the Northern Lights. Watch this.
Sure.
Let's see. Oh, okay. Yeah. I thought this was pretty funny, but the names and the year of what your willy whacker was called. Not yours. Remember that? We were going to talk about that real quick.
Yeah.
This is a good PSA for our audience.
Yeah.
Of the Father versus Son podcast, because the father and son usually have willy whackers, but okay. But I thought this was really funny because why do they?
You keep that up, and you're going to shower
Show the
alone.
people your willy whacker. Come on, stand up. Stand up, Dad. Show me your willy.
Hey, it hasn't come out today.
Thank God. It's like a sunflower. Hello, I've seen the light.
It's got, when you get old, I have to hold up a jar of Jell-O, otherwise it won't come out.
And their helmet, his helmet fell off.
Yeah.
All right. No.
I can finally wear women's clothes, and I don't have that bulge anymore.
All right, Mr. Jenner, here we go. All right. So these are the names throughout the years of what a penis was called.
A willy
I hate
whacker.
saying that word. So anyway,
Well, then don't say it.
I'm not going to say penis anymore.
Point to me.
More
before
like a peanut.
peanuts. I was shopping, and I was asked the foreigner. I said, "Do you have any peanuts?" And she says, "Penis?" I said, "Peanuts," and she said, "Penis." And I come on. I mean, I understand that from her country it sounds like that, but
maybe she was asking you if you had a penis.
yeah, no,
I do not have one.
Yeah.
All right, 1602.
Yes,
The great people in 1602 called as a nickname for a male's genitalia a kicky wicky.
Kiki Wick, and that's from where?
Cool.
What country?
1602, the United States.
Oh, okay. This is all United
all
States.
United States. Okay. And then in 1613, it was
Mhm.
called the long plum. The long plum.
Okay.
I don't know. A lot of healthy people back then.
Yeah, I don't see
This one I don't understand. Back in 1656, the bald pate friar. Is that like when a friar tuck when he's bald on top?
Pate fire. You know, I imagine it went right south after that.
Well, in 1720, they got a little smarter because I think that's when fellatio was invented. 1720, they call it the silent flute.
Silent flute. Well, I suppose that's true. I don't know anybody that's got one.
A lot of music was played that
I don't
year.
know anybody that talks.
In 1811, it was called the gaying instrument. The Gaying, Gaying instrument. So
Wait a minute. Oh, gain that gain. What's that? What's that spelling?
I don't know.
Okay,
English.
the gain is okay.
In 1888, this one, I don't know what they were doing in 1888, but it was called the Liver Destroyer or Disturber. Liver Disturber.
That does. They knew something I didn't know. What do you mean?
I don't know.
1890.
They got really creative though, and I really like this one because I might go back to this. But it's called the Master of Ceremonies.
Masters. Yeah,
MC
I heard
Wiener.
that. Yours the no show.
Here's this MC Mickey Wiener.
All they have is a microphone sitting there for you, and say, "Hey, the Master of Ceremonies didn't show up tonight."
Okay, let me whip this out. All right, and then in 1890, it was Father Confessor.
Well,
That's when the priests start getting busy.
That's when they changed the rules.
In 1896, the Quimstick. God only that must be a Europe thing.
I never heard of an English. I mean, American.
1927. Let's get back, getting closer.
Mm-hmm.
The Patootie.
Got one of those.
Cutie Patootie.
Yeah. My patootie went dandelion.
The same year, though, it didn't last very long because it wasn't catching on. So they decided to call it the Ambassador.
Oh,
Excuse me, Ambassador.
It runs all over the world, and that's when the war started. So we were all.
But then in 1935, they came back because it must be the famine or something. But anyway,
No, 35 was right after the
Great Depression.
Yes, thank you.
Kidney Buster. So they were getting a little higher than the last time they called it the Liver Disturber. How did they get way up there? Man, okay.
What do they get so doctorial on this?
In 1935, when what's his name? Oh, Walt Disney was really in his heyday. They called it the Dingle Doodle.
Was that a Walt Disney, Disneyland thing? When you go in there,
it sounds like the Dingle Doodle ride. You ever do that?
Yeah. Can I go to the Dingle Doodle room? I'm kidding. He'd pee in his pants.
In 1951, the number one name they were naming boys was Walter or Wallace, and so the weenie was called the Ding Wallace.
The Ding Wallace.
1951, 1963, the Snorker. I don't know what that means.
63. I do.
Yeah.
I was in the Navy.
The snorer.
Oh, mom's heard from. Wow.
1975.
Yeah.
Horned beef torpedo.
That's kind of got to be a Spanish thing.
Corned beef.
No, that's Irish.
That sounds good.
Irish thing. I don't know where you're from.
No, doesn't Reuben sandwich sound good? Or are you more of a Nancy sandwich boy?
A Nancy sandwich? Yeah, no.
What's that called when you have turkey or chicken instead of
club?
No, instead of a Reuben, they call it something else. Mom, what is it?
What the hell is he talking about?
Rubenesque.
No, there's a Helen or something. Anyways,
Virgin Mary.
Yeah,
I meant virgin drink. I meant to say, not what I'm thinking.
Yeah,
Virgin
Mom,
drink.
did you hear that?
Well, I think of Mother's
Your husband's
Day.
not as innocent.
I think of Mother's Day, and can we ask a mother, since Emily's the only one here, what do you think's the number one thing on Mother's Day that
they call the Willy Whacker?
No, that you would want from your family? Anybody you know. I want to know the
all right, let's hear be honest. Don't call it peace, love, and happiness.
I'll cover your
I just want everybody to be happy. Let me guess. I'm going to try to say the top 5.
Let her talk.
Let everybody be happy, or I just want my sons to talk to each other.
No, that's nothing like what you was going to say.
I just want everybody to be happy. Okay, what, Mom?
Clean my house.
All right, now we're talking. Well, Adam,
hey, there's somebody who brought us back to reality. Holy mackerel. No, that's very interesting. You're right.
Clean. I did a good job, didn't I?
No, but thanks anyway.
All right. Well, yeah, we want to wish everybody, all the mothers out there, whether you're a mother trucker like you or whatever, the mother's happy Mother's Day, because it's a great day. I mean, every day should be Mother's Day, right? Did I score some points there?
Amen.
And
producer Mom, you got anything else to say for this weekend? It's beautiful out. You're going to see the northern lights in the southern sky.
Happy Mother's Day to all you wonderful women who give birth.
Yeah.
And if you don't have your mom, I'm sorry for you, but go make another woman happy.
Ooh, that's what I'm going to do.
Yeah, that's one. I'm going to take that advice too. Does that go for husbands? Now that was funny.
I'm going to go make some new mothers.
You heard it first, and I have it in print. She said, "Go make some other." Boy, I better quit there.
Yeah,
Happy
quit while you're
Mother's
behind.
Day,
Happy Mother's
honey.
Day. It's a
We
beautiful
love
day.
you.
Get out there.
We love you.
Make
God
it
bless
count,
all
as
the
my
mothers.
mom always would say,
Yeah.
and onward and upward. And we are the Father versus Son podcast. We love you.
And I have wonderful sons.
Yeah.
Okay, there we go.
And good, bad, or ugly, we'll
And
be
bad
back.
timing.
We'll be back again.
I'll take checks.
And rice checks.
Who said this? It'll be back.
I don't know.
Schwarzenegger.
No. Vinny.
See, never listen to Dad. He'll always tell you something different. So
That's why we don't get along.
anyway, be cool, be you. Have a great day, and we love you. Father
Love
versus
you.
Son podcast and Mother hanging around,
Goodbye, Vanilla Bean.
checking out Vanilla Bean, sweet Vanilla Bean. I
Okay.
remind you.
I love you, sweet.
All right, we out of here. Let's go enjoy the
I'm
day.
on the first name basis with the nickelhead.